Think of a Mario game. It's probably 2D, right? That's what Mario's all about. It's all about jumping around, saving the princess, and killing Bowser and getting hose at while you do it. It's been the franchise's bread and butter since the very start. Mr. Video Game is like, he built his empire off of those classic 2D games like Mario 1, 2, and 3. I feel like each of the old games added something that, the franchise could just never get rid of. They all bring something new to the table. Mario 1, it gave us a Mario. Mario 2 gave us a fucking weird Japanese shit, and I think one of the games is called Doki Doki Literature Club. It's different in Japan. And Mario 3 gave us that one platform where you could go through it for some reason. And Mario World gave us Kaizo levels and ROM hacks. And Mario looks really, really cute in that game, and I love him. And then even after that, Mario had a fucking flawless transition to 3D. It's nuts that nothing rocky or rough happened. Damn, Mario 64 might be one of the most influential, non-controversial, perfect first 3D games of all time. Reminds me of something. Mario's polygonal three-dimensional form was like a steady little progress bar for each technical development that Nintendo had made at the time. I feel like Super Mario 64 Mario has this certain charm to it, where he just looks like a little bug that you want to squish or pick up, and I'd say the 64 era is kind of where this franchise really started going with all the spin-offs and everything. Like, obviously we still had Mario Kart on the SNES, but come on, man, it's no Mario Kart 64. And the Nintendo 64 gave us the sports games, mainstays of the franchise. It's not like you could imagine the Mario franchise as it is now without all the spin-offs. I mean, what else am I gonna do at my friends' houses? Talk to them? Spend quality time? Fuck that, I could be playing Mario Party. And this wave of innovation and experimentation continued through the GameCube era. As we know, Mario Sunshine was one of the weirdest fucking games out there. And it had full voice acting, which, it didn't stay, but it's charming, isn't it? To a certain extent. And as the 3D era kept growing and growing, the GameCube ended without a single 2D Mario game to its name. Paper Mario doesn't count because I said so. It seemed like 2D Mario had just fizzled out, like it was just gone. A figment of our imagination. A product of the past. A console's release is always kind of funny to me. It's like Nintendo always has to put something out that seems familiar to people, so that people buy it and they don't hate it immediately. Of course, the DS had the usual suspects like remakes and re-releases, spin-offs, and that weird little game that's meant to show off how the system could be used, but I'd say the one game that really stands out here and really sold is the remake of Super Mario 64. The one that had updated graphics and 3 new characters and bosses. What an incredible idea! We reel people in with a better version of something they already know and love, and then we introduce that to millions of children who just got born because it's 2008. It's not like remaking an older Mario game for your handheld is something new. They've been doing this since the Game Boy era. The Game Boy Advance had those weird versions of like Mario World and Mario All-Stars, I think? I see it as a way to show off how the handhelds slowly grew to be on par with the big boys that you keep on the TV. But Mario 64 DS feels like a special case. It was many people's first time enjoying Mario 64 as a whole, and even reeled people back in to buy a DS, and I think that's what made it special. Because Uncles from all over the world could see this and remember the good old days. And kids from all over the world could see this and play it for the first time on millions of road trips and uncle funerals. But like, what else were they gonna play? Herbs? Fuck that. People don't understand herbs. But I do, honey. They'll be ready for you someday. Mwah. But what about the mainline Mario game of this system? Cause it feels like every system's flagship Mario title brings something new to the mix. Something that shakes up the formula or even adds a whole new level to the Mario world. Choosable characters behaving differently, wacky power-ups and doodads, Yoshi! More movement options, and interconnected secrets all over the map. A 3D environment for you to fuck around in it. Succulent seafood. Where exactly can a new Mario game even go? Well, how about this? Just normal Mario. A new Super Mario Brothers. Yeah, 2006 is still new. This game can fuck, and fuck it did. This game's in the top 2 best-selling mainline Mario games and even in the top 4 best-selling Mario games in general. It's incredible. It's like it's just what we needed, man. Just good old Mario. I remember those guys. And oh, fuck yeah, new Super Mario Bros. On the Wii. I remember those guys. And now 3 of my friends can play with me. New Super Mario Bros. 2? I remember those guys. And now there's 2 of them! Look at all the coins! New Super Mario Bros. U? I remember those guys. Gamepad. New Super Luigi U? Okay, well this was an oddball. New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe! Well... okay, you could tell that there's a problem here, right? These are all just kinda samey. They have those good old plain levels and desert worlds and ice worlds and the Koopa lanes, but it's all the same, you know? I mean, who would want to watch the same few themes and music and animation? Seriously, it's just the same few little animations looped over and over. Don't we need something to spice it up? What the fuck? Okay, well let's have a closer look, cause to be fair, New Super Mario Bros. It was kinda what we needed at the time, and I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't have fond memories of these games. I mean, New Super Mario Bros. U was one of the first games I ever played. I don't know if that's actually a good thing, but even then, isn't it great to just have normal Mario sometimes? Just something for you and your friends to all understand and to dick around in. And also, I can't act like they didn't take risks during this era. I mean, what was that year of Luigi shit all about? That was so arousing. Luigi is just great, man. He's the Mario for the thinking man. He does what we're afraid to do. And New Super Luigi, that's definitely my favorite entry on this series. And it's the only one that I actually finished playing for the recording of this episode. Because I just have so much fun with that formula. The stupid bite-sized levels and slippery Luigi controls and the way you could kinda skip a lot of levels by using the acorn suit because I feel like they didn't think about it too much. And the way that Luigi says, "Oh, barely made it," whenever you win a level. And oh yeah, Luigi time! It's a blast, man. And hey, at first the 3D era wasn't all bad as well. We had Mario Galaxy, which is just an awesome Mario game. It even gave us a new princess who fleshes out the Mario universe so much more. And then they made the baby form and it pisses me off.
Thank you, Rosalina. You are one dynamite gal.
I really don't know if this game fits into the time period of weird still Mario games because They did start making this game about a year before New Super Mario Bros. Released. Now Galaxy 2, that's a prime example of weird style Mario. It's just practically more Mario Galaxy. And it's even recently been known as the game Nintendo likes to forget about, being shafted from the big 3D Mario celebration they did for the 35th anniversary, and not having any other re-releases elsewhere. But do I blame them? This game has pointer controls built into it. Really just more than the first game, I'd even say. It would require a lot of effort for something that most don't even think about that often. I only remember this game because I had this Iranian bootleg notebook that my grandma gave me that had this game's box art on it with all sorts of glitters decorating it. I used to draw like Disney XD characters in there. So to me, that's all the legacy this game has. Super Mario 3D Land, prime example of a middle child game. Practically a showcase on how 3D technology can help make Mario less finicky in a third dimension, since it's sometimes, to people, kinda hard to tell where you're jumping at, so we get stuff like punching and flood and pointer bullshit. One of the other selling points of this game was the return of the Tanuki suit from Mario 3, except it doesn't work the same and you gotta beat the game to get the normal version, and it's like, what's even the point at that point? The game itself even looks like if a 2D Mario game became 3D. And then they made a better version, so what's even the point of replaying it? Having fun? Fuck that, I don't play video games to have fun. Mario 3D World even brought back the way different characters have different little gimmicks like in Mario 2. I guess what I'm trying to say is, there's a certain point where the new Super Mario Bros. Franchise just doesn't hit the same anymore. A point where even the mainline games don't feel special anymore. And I think the reason why is, they don't really experiment with the art styles anymore. One thing you can always notice with the older Mario games is how different Mario looks in each one, like the color palette, his design, how cute he is, how badass he is, if he has those weird short sleeves. But in this Wii U era, it seemed that Mario was just the same old 1080p good old Mario. And while yeah, it's how we all see him, it is Super Mario, it doesn't really seem like they were taking risks at this time. We did get stuff like Mario and Sonic at the Olympics, which honestly, while kind of fun at times, it's not the way I want a crossover between the two to go. I don't think that franchise ended majestically, if it even is over. I mean, it's hard to tell sometimes. It's like it keeps getting rigor mortis every year. Even the spin-off games are kind of weird at this time, where you have stuff like those Mario parties where you're in a car, which I don't even need to tell you how bad those are. I just be repeating what every other game reviewer is saying, and I'm already struggling to come up with original ideas. And stuff like Mario Sports Mix doesn't really do anything for me. It's just weird, man. I guess horses existing is kinda cool. Mario Kart was still doing kinda awesome, like Mario Kart 8, the best-selling Mario game. I mean, it had 10 years to do it and released like twice. It's like the GTA 5 of Mario. And sure, the beginning roster was kinda weird, and the original characters introduced sucked ass this time around, but Mario Kart 8 had to be good. They gave it to us twice! It cheated death itself. Deluxe even adds double items, which I think adds so much more strategy. It almost makes it worth it that we had to play this game for 10 years. It lets you do stuff like think! Plus the DLC courses were there, which were kind of a mixed bag, but it's like one of those good party favor bags, you know? Or like Halloween candy after a whole day of trick-or-treating. Sure, there's razors at the bottom, but holy shit, is that a lion bar? Isn't it weird to have the same Mario Kart for 10 years? Party games that feel bland, and the same 2D Mario games that don't feel any different at all, and 3D Mario games that just leave something to be desired. Don't get me wrong, there were good games in this area like Mario Maker, but I'd say there are 3 games released after the Wii U during the Switch era that truly reinvigorated the franchise. 3 games that slowly but surely ended the midlife crisis, if you will. Of course, Mario Odyssey immediately comes to mind. It's a game with a name that I can't spell, and it was one of the console's biggest games, man. It was my first game that I played when I first got the Switch, all the way back on my birthday, all those years ago. I was like 8 years old playing that game, and I was enamored. I would have finished the whole thing in one sitting if I could, but I got tired and needed a nap halfway through, so I finished the game in 2 sittings. You know, Mario 3D World was like a 2D game if it happened to be 3D, but this was an experience, man, and you could wear costumes. And I'm not saying that's the only reason I think this game works, but let's just say I wouldn't love it as much if I couldn't dress Mario up a little bit. I could praise this game for hours. The movement itself is incredible. If they sold me a game where I could just sit in an empty room and jump around like that, I would still probably buy it. And even then they gave us this big open world full of secrets that I genuinely don't feel like exploring all of it because there's like 1,000 of those moves, and I don't feel like grinding. I don't even feel like grinding money for all of the costumes, and I love the costumes, but Mario Odyssey is something new, and it's something different. So different that Cappy is getting the Geto treatment and hasn't been appearing in anything. And that's exactly what we need. A new Super Mario Brothers, if you will. Mario 3D World is on the Switch now, which seems fitting. There's no new characters or anything, but you do get a fun little side game, which I've never seen any real gameplay of, so I don't really know what it's about. Mario turns big in it sometimes. That's the only notable thing, I'd say. Of course, there's some smaller spin-offs that I don't feel like mentioning because I'm lazy and a piece of shit. But you know, I had the impression that they were working on something big, something wonderful even. Mario Wonder was the first 2D Mario game since U Deluxe, and man is it a good one. It's kinda like a soft reboot in the way that everyone's designs are a little bit different. There's small little changes and little bits of love scattered all around the game. And I'm gonna be so honest, I have not finished this game. I've tried to on 3 different times, but Wahoo!
The leaping smack roll! Let's do this! Here we go! Yeah! Firepower! Luigi time! Yes! We're so good! Where'd he go? Let's get that guy. Can we get him? He's too scary. Let's get out of here. What's next? What's next? Oh no, it's another water level!
The boss fights are a little bit boring. Same gripe I had with Super Luigi U. And this time, the Koopalings aren't even there. I would have loved to see the Koopalings here, because they could all have their own unique little gimmick with the Wonder Spin on it. But Nintendo told me that the Koopalings are now living on a little farm where they can go have fun and make the most out of their lives forever. I can at least say that it's one of the most important Mario games we've had in a while, because it revitalized the entire franchise, and now Mario looks cute again, kinda like in Super Mario World. And in a way, isn't Mario Wonder basically just a modern Super Mario World? We go to a new island where everything's a little bit different. We still have the normal enemies, but there's a bunch of weird guys. The art style is completely different, and it's full of little secrets and little doodads you can mess around with. But oh Mario Wonder, you're no Mario World. Maybe if they added costumes to this game I would have finished it 10 times over, but you're gonna need a little bit more than Daisy to reel me in. Of course, Mario Wonder was the last major Mario game before the Switch 2 came out, and I had some high hopes, because it's not like they would randomly stop using this new art style after they spent so much time making all the new animations and design. That would just be lame. The Switch 2, a supposed direct upgrade from the Switch 1. And to be honest, the weeks leading up to this console, I was kinda skeptical about it. The more I learned about it, the more I just kinda thought, not looking too good. When I found out that they had a button where you need a subscription to use it, and that there's a camera now for some reason, I don't know, I kinda thought this was gonna be another Wii U situation. Mario Kart World is nowhere near perfect, and yeah, there's a lot wrong with it, and there is a whole lot of complaining about this game, but I think that's just the Mario Kart fandom doing what it does. When you look at this game on its own, it is so damn beautiful, and every single character and corner of this game has so much love poured into it, and if this is what Nintendo is gonna be doing with the franchise from now on, then I will be more than satisfied. Yeah, Nintendo will always be kind of bad at competitive modes or online and making sure that their weird gimmicks are good enough for everyone to have fun with, but what they are good at is making experiences. And I am so glad that Mario can be an experience again. Hell, I've spent so much time playing this game instead of actually working on this this episode that they've actually fixed a lot of the issues that people have had with this game. I'd even go as far as to say that this might be my favorite Mario Kart game. I will say this though, I see a lot of discourse about the intermission courses in this game. I think they're calling it Mario Intercourse Online. Maybe I should Google that. I think it's some sort of slang. I think if I really want to drive in a straight line and throw stuff at people, other games have way sexier characters for me to play as and do that with. And I guess now that they've updated the Mario icons on the profile customization, and now that the Switch is in its final year, I think all that's left for us is to look up. Well, what are you waiting for? A kiss?
Well, maybe.
Oh, you.
Yeah!